Namaskaram to all our esteemed viewers. I extend my heartfelt gratitude for your continuous support and for taking the time to engage with our content. For our new viewers and subscribers, a very warm welcome to our community. I am thrilled that you have joined us, and it is our honor and privilege to spend this time with you. We deeply appreciate you dedicating your valuable time to listen to insights that will truly enhance the quality of your life. Today, we will talk about a topic that impacts society like a seasonal flu, a virus that has infested and infected our lives at some point in time or the other. These unwanted, unwelcome, pathetic virus somehow manages to creep into our lives just like the few unwanted weeds that pop up on our meticulously mowed and manicured, fabulous lush green lawns. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ultimate survival guide for dealing with those bitter, pesky, toxic individuals, the skunks of our society. Many of you may have encountered them, blocked them, and even swatted them away like pesky mosquitoes. At times, you may have tried to ignore them, and other times, you might have attempted to avoid them entirely. Yet, despite your best efforts, they persistently return, much like those relentless mosquitoes, don't they? Let me now tell you that all these mentioned approaches are ineffective ways of dealing with these pesky, toxic people. These toxic individuals, they possess not merely a single doctorate, but a double PhD in the arts of manipulation, pathological lying and deceit, and the crafting of fictitious narratives. They are masters of playing the victim card, and they are masters of emotional manipulation. And above all, they have an insatiable thirst for attention, and they are magnets to chaos and drama. Imagine a scenario where you are at a party, dressed in your best gown, basking in the delightful company of your friends and family, and you are enjoying the exotic ambience enhanced by melodious music. The evening is nothing short of magical, and you feel on top of the world. Suddenly, you spot them, those toxic tornadoes. They are sweeping through the room, whirling about, and leaving a trail of emotional debris in their wake. You attempt to steer clear, but somehow they always manage to corner you. They begin their endless tales of negativity, woes, and complaints, accompanied by their ever present victim card drumming. Oh no, they lament. Why is the universe so unfair to this poor toxic soul? Why? So, dear viewers, how do we truly deal with these toxic tornadoes? Fear not, for today I will arm you with the wit, wisdom, and wacky strategies needed to outmaneuver these masters of mayhem. So lace up on your dancing shoes, grab a metaphorical shield, and get ready to twirl your way through the tumultuous tango of toxicity. Let's reclaim our peace one step at a time. Are you with me? Before we delve into the strategies of how to manage these individuals, it's crucial to identify the signs of toxic behavior. Among the most prevalent characteristics, these are manipulators. They are control freaks. These individuals, they often attempt to dominate others' life, they exploit vulnerabilities, and they try to achieve their own selfish objectives. They constantly criticize others, they are monarchs of negativity, they enjoy putting others down. They are a different kind of vampires, energy vampires. They suck and drain your good energies. They expect the universe and everybody in the society to have empathy for them, but they conspicuously lack empathy for others in similar situations. Toxic individuals, they embody the epitome of self centeredness and selfishness. They are fixated on their own desires and whims. Their addiction to drama and chaos is unparalleled, causing mental and emotional exhaustion to those unfortunate enough to cross their path. Hypocrisy is their forte. They are the grand masters of duplicity, changing their stances with an agility that surpasses even the nimblest of monkeys, swinging from one branch to another. Criticism is their kryptonite. They abhor it, and instead they revel in playing the mind games. They believe they are cunning, whereas in reality, their cleverness is but just an illusion. These individuals are inherently self destructive and they take on the role of bullies with ease. Their core emotions are toxic blend of envy, jealousy, anger, hatred, and they simply cannot endure the success or happiness of others. Moreover, their level of disrespect is staggering. They resort to foul language, abusive behavior, leaving a trail of tarnished reputations of themselves. Societal acceptance is a distant dream for such individuals. Their own families often disregard them and they don't have any genuine relationships or friendships in their lives. Many toxic individuals, they have underlying mental health issues. They have sadistic tendencies. These can manifest as depression, anxiety, borderline personality disorder, and in some cases, narcissistic or other mental health issues. They derive a sense of pleasure from watching others suffer and are deeply frustrated in their own lives. They lack stability and respectability in their personal and professional relationships. At the core, these individuals are profoundly unhappy and they have very low self esteem. Often, their mental health issues could stem from traumatic experiences in their childhood or young adulthood. They could have been victims of poor parenting or unfavorable comparison with their other siblings. These individuals are emotionally unstable. They frequently experience emotional outbursts and struggle to manage their emotions in public settings. Their inability to handle emotional turmoil is constantly exposed, contributing to their suffering in various aspects of their lives. Fundamentally, these people are extremely unhappy. You will observe that some of their families have attempted to address their mental health issues. However, these individuals often abandon the treatment midway or discontinue their medication of their own accord. This behavior is a significant indication that there are severe underlying mental health concerns. They are generally not welcome in their own family gatherings or functions. For instance, if there is a wedding in their family, you will seldom see these individuals have any prominence in those celebrations. Instead, they are typically ignored or relegated to the last row. Such individuals, they do not operate independently. They recruit others to help them, assist them. They form groups and delegate their malicious tasks, and they collaborate to execute their toxic actions collectively. Those who assist them are often of similar nature. They are addicts or abusers sometimes, and they have poor relationships and inadequate parenting skills. I refer to such group of recruits as flying monkeys. These are the individuals who are silently or without anybody's knowledge trying to exchange information between different groups. They create more toxicity and they have harmful activities. Toxic individuals, they lack rationality and common sense. They exhibit self-destructive behavior. The absence of strong relationships in their lives is often the result of their own repetitive toxic behaviors, even causing their closest of family and friends to eventually give up on them. Such individuals often display mood swings and suffer from chronic episodes of anxiety and depression. Unlike normal individuals who experience these conditions sporadically or occasionally, toxic individuals endure them so frequently that medical intervention is necessary. They require proper evaluation, therapy, and medication to help them stabilize their conditions. They do not possess much emotional intelligence in order for them to even recognize the need for such assistance. Now, let's delve into our primary topic today. How do we effectively deal with such toxic individuals? Prepare yourselves for an enlightening discussion. It has come to my attention that many of the conventional approaches to managing toxic people may not be as effective as they were led to be believed. Many common advices suggest setting boundaries, cutting them off from your lives, or avoiding them altogether. While these methods might offer short term relief, they only merely are temporary fixes. They do not address the root of the problem. These strategies represent a survival mode, a reactive approach to the intrusion of toxicity in your lives. When we react to their presence by applying these quick fixes, we essentially place a temporary band aid over the issue. The moment we experience hurt, we try to mend it, only for the same incident to occur repeatedly. Therefore, it is very vital to adapt a more profound, enduring, and proven solution to reclaim your power and well being. The solution I am going to give you, I call it the Eagles approach. Toxic individuals permeate every facet of our society, including workplaces, personal relationships, and social media. I compare them to virus. They seek out to susceptible targets, weak immunes, and they infect like parasites. They ultimately drain your life energy. The principal driving force of a toxic individual is your availability to them. You don't give them that availability. You rise higher and you soar higher than them like an eagle. Because the only reason they disturb you is when something inside you is impacted and you're reacting to their toxic actions. If you can do this one thing, just this one thing, you will see that such pesky, toxic people will no longer have any power over you. Most people are not truly living in awareness. They are simply reacting to these toxic people. Someone makes an unpleasant comment, or someone is saying something bad about you. Someone gives you a compliment, you react to it. Someone praises you, you react to it. It is as if the whole world has a remote control to your mind. One small praise and they are flying high. One small bad comment and they are shattered into million pieces. This is a type of emotional slavery that is controlled by actions or words of others, some of whom are these toxic people. You are trapped and shackled in these invisible prisons, which makes it more dangerous. If you are living your life like this, like a reaction puppet doll, then every toxic person in your life will have the control and press all your buttons, which will cause turmoil in your mind, emotions, and life, and you will continue to dance to the tunes that they play. Is your peace of mind so cheap? Is it so worthless? There is a beautiful clarity that comes when you stop being reactive because then nobody can manipulate you. They try to trigger you and you don't bite. They try to guilt you and you stay rooted. They try to shame you, but your inner sky is too vast for their storms. When people are toxic, they want a reaction. That's their food, that is their oxygen, that's how they feel powerful. But when you become a conscious being, when you choose your responses carefully, when you watch your breath before your words, you starve their chaos, and in that silence, your strength is born. Think of a mirror. If you stand in front of it and make faces, does the mirror get offended and make faces back at you? No, it just reflects you and then it just stays still. A conscious response dripping with clarity means you are not acting out of lack of control over your emotions, but out of awareness, out of intelligence and freedom. Reactive responses are irrational and instantaneous. It does not check if it is worthy of your time, energy, and attention. Reactions are harmful. Response of silence is filled with clarity and lands a powerful, invisible punch on these toxic people and it hurts them in all their sensitive areas. When you withdraw all your attention, energy, and time from such toxic people, they become like fish out of water, gasping for air and struggling to survive. And sometimes you may be in situations where you cannot take off all your attention from these toxic people due to the situation. For example, if you're at office or at workplace and this toxic person works in your team, you cannot just ignore them to bliss, can you? In such situations, you try this. When someone says something that would normally trigger you, you pause. You just pause. Focus on your breath. Feel the rise of your reaction from your abdomen. Feel it rising into your chest. But don't react. Don't act. Just feel it silently. In that moment of awareness, it's a golden moment that is born. You are no longer a reactive machine. You are no longer a reactive puppet dancing to their tunes. You become the creator of your reality. It's not about what they said or what they did. It's about what you choose next. Because in that choice, it helps build your destiny. You may not always have control of how someone else behaves or what happens, but you always have control over how you show up in that moment. That is your power. That is your superpower. Does this mean that you become passive or that you submitted to the toxic person? No, not at all. It means exactly the opposite. You have become powerful by not allowing your uncontrolled reaction to take over. You take power to respond with full awareness of your choices of words. You speak with intention, not impulsively. You act with grace, not aggression. In by doing this, you protect your peace without needing to prove anybody anything. And the truth is, this is not easy because since childhood we have been taught to react. We were never taught or trained to understand how to sit and feel the emotion without reacting. We were only taught how to fight it, suppress it, or throw it at someone else. But the moment you realize this, you become the master of your own inner state. Let me ask you something. If someone walked into your home and they started throwing garbage, trash everywhere, they start spitting randomly, or they're spilling coffee or wine on your carpets, would you allow them to continue to do that? Would you say, oh, it's okay, let them keep doing what they're doing, I will clean it up later? No, you wouldn't do that. You would stop them and you would ask them to leave, get out of your house in that very moment. Why do you do that? Because it's your home. You take pride in your home. You protect your home. It is your sanctity. You get to decide who gets entry into your home. But now imagine your inner home, your mind, your heart, you're allowing people to throw their emotional garbage into it? Why let their anger sit on your mind? Why let their criticism decorate the walls of your heart? Why let their opinions sleep in the bed of your mind? Your inner space, your peace is sacred just like your home. But only if you treat it that way. People will try to project their pain into you. That's what they do. Hurt people. Broken people try to break other people. They want others to suffer the way they are suffering. Toxic people thrive on reactions. They provoke, and without impulsive reactions, they quickly wither away with their nothingness. The moment you become unshakable and untouchable to their drama, their manipulation, and negativity, granting them zero attention, you have effectively drained the life from their efforts. This lack of response is a metaphorical death blow, a death sentence that you have given them, leaving them wither away, and they realize that their actions have no impact on you. They have no power on you. They can't do anything to you unless you let them in your life. You let them into your mind and you're giving them a reaction. That is when they are festering, where they are growing and prospering and they're thriving. So they live for that moment when you snap, when you break down, or when you give an emotional reaction that they feed on. It is their food. They feed on your frustration, your anger, your confusion, your emotional turmoil, and your reactions. And the moment you take that control away from them, they have no fuel to thrive. The moment you stop giving them what they are seeking, they lose all influence over you. And in that second, they realize they cannot shake you. They do not have any control over you. The moment they realize that they're losing the battle, they will become more chaotic. They will throw bigger tantrums. They will play dirtier. They will play more dramatic victim cards. They will deliver Oscar worthy performances of emotional manipulation and fake narratives. But eventually, their own turmoil and failures will drain them, leading to their demise. The reason for this is simple. They will not get your attention, which is their oxygen. So you cut off their oxygen supply. These toxic individuals are attention seekers who constantly need someone to engage in conflict. They thrive on creating drama and chaos. They are addicts. They are addicted to attention and chaos. When you cease to give them attention, they are confronted with their own emptiness. Their own failures and shortcomings in life continue to haunt them. Such toxic people, they have nothing much going on in their lives. Don't argue with them or don't try to prove any point with them. And worse, don't try to change them. You are just wasting your precious time. You have to train your mind to not allow such external forces to dictate your internal world. The more control you have on your mind, the more they will perish around you. You are here to master yourself so that no one can shake you. Imagine they try so hard to provoke you and they're trying to do everything to get your attention, but you have cut off that oxygen supply. Their insults are bouncing off you like nothing. That is real power. That is your freedom. That is your victory. That's how you break free from toxic people. Not by cutting them off, not by avoiding them, but by becoming someone who is completely unaffected by them. And the second you decide that, their words mean nothing, their opinions mean nothing, their existence means nothing, they are worthless, you have won. The most dangerous person in this world is the one who cannot be controlled. And the way you become that person is simple. You cut off that oxygen supply. You never react. They cease to exist for you. Their worthless existence, their toxic behavior will eventually rot them from inside out. I have never seen a toxic person who is healthy, successful in their career, wealthy, happy, or having an excellent reputation, or have love and admiration of others. Have you ever seen such a person in your life who's toxic and has all these accomplishments and qualities? I'm sure you haven't. Toxic people are treated like scum in the society. These people have sad realities. They are marinating in their own poison. Don't try to fix them. They cannot be fixed. They are deeply broken from within, and without professional and psychiatric help, medication, psychologist, and intense therapy, there is very little hope for them. These people are internally broken. I think some of them have experienced some deep traumas early on in their lives, or they've had bad upbringing, or they've had some kind of traumatic experience in their young adulthood that has damaged their psyche beyond repair. And the saddest part is that all of this has gone unnoticed and untreated. Many are suffering from various levels of PTSD. And don't get me wrong, these people are doing everything that they are doing in their full awareness and senses. They know exactly what they are doing. They just don't care about other people. You sometimes keep thinking, maybe if I just explain it to them one more time, maybe they will get it. Maybe they'll fix their lives. You think, oh, maybe I can show them some love, some affection. They'll finally change. Maybe I will just put up with them for a little while longer. Maybe they will see the light and they will figure out what's wrong with them. No, I'm sorry to break this to you. None of this will fix them, and none of this will happen. Toxic people, they don't want resolution. They do not want to better their lives because they don't want peace. They don't want healthy relationships. They want control. They want chaos. They want toxicity around them. And they want to see other people suffer. They want to drain the good energies of other people. They want to exhaust them. They want to constantly engage in negative and chaotic behavior. They are addicted to it. They are addicted to chaos, negativity, drama, and bad attention. They are sadistic in nature because they love to see others suffer and hurt. They are experiencing thrill when they watch others suffering. These toxic people are damaged individuals. They are so blinded by their ego, arrogance, anger, enmity, they lack normal emotional health. Eliminate these people from your mind, from your surroundings, and cut them off if they are from social media. Make them irrelevant. You stop caring for them, their existence ceases for you, and by realizing that their existence in your life is zero, you don't care whether they live or die, they will perish on their own. And one more thing, never expect apology from a toxic person. Their apologies are like clouds that disappear in a moment. They only do this to try to wriggle their way back into your life. And once you allow them re entry into your life, you have reset this toxic cycle back to square one. You don't owe them anything. You don't have to give anybody any explanation. You deserve your peace of mind. You deserve freedom from such toxic people. You deserve a chaos free, a drama free, manipulation free life, a life free of these toxic people. You are allowed to choose yourself. You are allowed to let go of them without any guilt. And when you stop investing in their chaos, they lose all power over you. And finally, when you take back your energy, your attention, you realize the truth that you have won. And use these experiences with such toxic people to better yourself, to sharpen yourself. Use these experiences to build a more powerful, a more successful, and more fulfilling life. You rise higher and higher like an eagle. While the eagle rises higher, the crows keep cawing and rotting in their own poison. The best retribution is becoming someone they can never touch again. Someone so successful, so happy, so confident that their toxicity is a joke to you now. Let them sit in the same place while you grow higher and higher in every aspect of your life. Let them hear your name in rooms they never have entry into. Let them see you become someone they believed you could never become. Let them choke in their own bitterness while you move ahead that they cannot even reach you with their hate. You take every ounce of your experience and turn it into success. Yes, success. Rise higher and higher and become more successful in your life. You rising higher in life and achieving more success, having more fulfilling life, having more joy and more peace of mind in your life, it is their worst nightmare. And the best thing you will ever do is live so well, live your full potential, thrive in every aspect of your life, and this should be where you focus. They will never recover from this. It is game over for them. In my own life, I have learned these methods of dealing with toxic people through wisdom of others, education, and my own experiences, even though I continue to sometimes have run ins with such toxic people. The moment I realize the existence of such person in my periphery, I cut them off from my life like a dead leaf. The moment I serve them the exit card, they are gone for good. I never give them a second chance, any attention or energy. Sometimes I run into such toxic people in my social circles or professional circles. Even if accidentally such a toxic person comes into my vicinity, my strong aura, my energy is good enough to deal with them. If such a toxic person is in the same room as me, they will generally try to come close within my vicinity with just a simple, gentle hello or a head nod or a half smile. And my just one look at them, a gentle look at them, is enough for them to know where to draw their lines. In fact, I'm very cordial with such people. I wish them nothing but well because I know these people are suffering. They are deeply hurting. They have a sad existence and they don't know how to be good humans. I feel some empathy for them, but that's where I draw the line. No more attention from me, no more energy from me, no more reaction from me. They have no place in my life. The doors are shut on them forever and for good. Adios, toxic people. And with that beautiful thought, I would like to chant my favorite mantra. Lokaha Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu. The translation of which means, may all living beings on our planet Earth be happy and free. And with that beautiful thought, I bid you farewell. Namaskaram, goodbye, and thank you. Here is a link to one of our other videos that I believe you will enjoy to watch. Please continue to watch our videos and gain insights to better the quality of your life. Thank you.